Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash, aka Money Making Mitch. And right now, you're watching Tea and Conversation. You dig? Today's live, I'm gonna talk about I'm not where I wanna be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. You dig? When you hear that quote, what comes to mind? What comes to your mind when you hear that quote? I'm gonna give y'all my opinion. What comes to my mind when I hear that quote? But first, I gotta introduce my co-host, Prince. Say what up? What's poppin', Playboy? You good? Yeah, I know you want a treat. Yeah, say what up to the people first, man. Say what up to the people first, man, before you eat. Say your grace. Be thankful and grateful. Because that's what we're gonna talk about today. Gratitude. Are you grateful? Huh? You just want your treat, huh? You don't care about nothing else. You just want your treat. I understand. That's all you want is your treat. You don't give a damn about nothing else. Huh? Yeah. Sit. Let me see if you're gonna sit for this treat. Sit. You want to embarrass me in front of these people? Sit. You want to embarrass me? I said sit, boy. Alright, you want to act like that? You're going to get matter of fact, you're going to get no treat until you sit. Until you follow instructions, you ain't getting nothing. We not rewarding bad behavior. Until you follow instructions, you get nothing. Nathan. I told you to sit. I said sit. So you're not gonna sit? So you're not gonna sit? You're just gonna look funny. Alright, you gonna get no treat then. We're gonna get no treat. Listen, man, Prince don't wanna follow instructions, so he's not getting no treat. You dig? Oh, now he wanna sit. When I tell him when I put him on blast and I let the world know he not following instructions, now he wanna sit. Check him out now. Now he wanna sit down. You dig? Because he know I mean business. He know I'm really serious about mines. You dig? And that's how you got to treat anybody in your life that's going against your program. That's going against what you believe in. That's going against your integrity. That's going against the things that you know what I mean, set in place, the do's and don'ts. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your wife, your girlfriend. You lay down the laws. You dig? And they got to follow instructions. And if they don't follow the instructions, you already know they headed for destruction. You and them in that relationship is not going to really work out. But you got to stand on your principles, you dig? You can't forgive the people that do you wrong and let them back in your life. Nah, you can forgive them, but don't forget. Cast them away. Let them know, hey, I love you, but from a distance. Because your beliefs and my beliefs just don't align together. I don't disagree with anything you do, because that works for you. It just don't work for me. So in this particular situation, Prince, you know what I mean, taking a sip before he eats a treat is one of the things that I set in place to teach him, you know, discipline, to let him know that there's a reward after he takes the instructions and do exactly what I asked him to do. So now that he followed my instructions, of course, I'm going to give him a treat. It's only right. You dig? And that goes with anything in life, you know what I mean? Like I said again, if I'm in a relationship and I'm with a female that don't follow the things that I set in place, my do's and don'ts, because there's certain things that you have to abide by in order to be in a relationship with me. I'm just keeping it at 1,000. This episode is not about that, but it's just certain things that I like and certain things that I don't like, you know? For instance, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you hanging out with a group of friends and you having a good time, you enjoying yourself, I just want you to communicate with me and let me know if you decide to go somewhere else. I want you to communicate with me and let me know, hey, I'm going to be out at this particular time, you know what I mean, until this particular time, and then I'll be back at this time. Just give me a heads up so I don't have to worry about you. I ain't have to be concerned about you because I know you in good hands. You communicate with me. You let me know that you're going to be out until this particular time. And if I'm okay with it, then it's all good. But as long as we have that line of communication, because that's the key that keeps the glue together, you dig? Long as you can keep that line of communication and you don't get lost in the sauce when you out with your friends and having a good time. Because I know sometimes when you out having a great time and you drinking those shots and you having, you know what I mean, one of those nights, you can let time slip away and you don't communicate that, then that causes a little rift, and that leads me to believe you might be doing something out of pocket. You dig? So to avoid that from even planting a seed in my head, I'd rather you just communicate with me and let me know, hey baby, I'm gonna be out until 3 a.m. You dig? And that's just what it's gonna be. And if I'm okay with that, then that's what it's gonna be. And normally I would be okay with it because I'm a king, and I'm a graceful king. So I would allow and I would approve of you hanging out with your friends if you're doing it respectfully and you're in an environment that's in harmony with the relationship and where you should be. You dig? But yeah. But if you decide to go against that and do whatever you want to do because it's a free world, you're a grown-ass woman, you can do as you please. And that's fine and that's okay with me. You just can't do it with me. And that's just how I give it up. You dig? You can do whatever you want in life because this is a free world. Ain't no handcuffs on you. I ain't putting no chains on you. You can roam and do whatever you please. But just keep in mind, you just can't do it with me. It is what it is. Yeah, man, I thank y'all for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, man. I randomly went live. And one of my friends was communicating with me last night. Somebody I care about a lot. I respect their opinion. And they was telling me I should go live more often. And when they said it, I was like, you really think I should go live more often? They say, yeah, you should go live more often. You know what I mean? They think that if I go live more often, it would help the page a lot. Of course, we on the road to 100,000 subscribers. You dig? I'm not where I want to be. But thank God I'm not where I used to be. So that's a beautiful thing. When I started this page, I started off at 0. So right now we at a little over 33,000 subscribers. Kudos to me for that. We just hit 300,000 followers on Instagram. Kudos to me for that. 300,000 is big to me because, you know, I work hard for that 300,000, by the way. You know, that's why it's big for me, because I work hard for it. You dig? All organic followers. And, you know, all my views is organic. And I appreciate the people that share my content worldwide. You dig? And I appreciate everybody on TikTok as well. We on the road to 100,000 TikTok subscribers. We at 83 right now, which is, like I said again, an accomplishment for me because I started off with 0. So, you know, to build up a platform from 0 to 83,000, to build up my Instagram from 25,000 to 300,000 within a year and a half, 2 years max, it's an accomplishment. So, you know, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. So we got to be thankful and grateful for that, you dig? Clap for me. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to pat yourself on the back and give yourself your flowers, because a lot of times other people won't. So, you know, you got to do that to let yourself know that you're making progress, you dig? And the reason I went live, you know, back to back is because yesterday I recorded a live. It was about there's no shortcut to success. There's no such thing as overnight success. And we had a little volume, technical difficulties. And I decided to do the episode. I decided to archive the episode because I'm a perfectionist. And if I don't feel like the quality is up to my standards, I don't want to put it out there. So it was a great episode. It was 1 hour and 29 minutes of just nonstop jewels. I gave a lot of jewels in that episode, and I spoke with a lot of passion, and I gave so much information, man. But I'm gonna possibly do that episode over in the comfort of my, own environment without people watching, because I did that live. And sometimes when you go live, you have these little technical difficulties that you can't change, and it is what it is. You got to deal with that. You dig? It's a part of the process, it's a part of the game. But, like I said again, I'm a perfectionist, so when I do something, I do it to the best of my ability. And I felt like that wasn't really, you dig? It wasn't really up to my standard when it comes to the volume, the quality of the audio. You know what I mean? But the visual was off the chain. Of course, you already know I was fly like a pelican. You dig? Y'all know how I give it up. But it's more than just the visual. I want the audio experience to be great as well. You dig? So I appreciate y'all for being here. This is a random live, spontaneous, and like I said again, I just want to discuss, the thought process that we go through on a daily basis when we're not where we want to be in life. And a lot of us can get discouraged, or we can get down on ourselves if we don't see any progress. But understand, there's progress being made. Even if you don't see any progress right now, long as you're moving forward towards your goal, there's progress being made. You're not where you want to be, but thank God you're not where you used to be. You dig? Back in the days, I had 25,000 subscribers on Instagram, like I told you. I started off with 0 followers on YouTube. I started off with 0 followers on TikTok. And it was a grind. You dig? You go through the process of getting 1 view, 2 views, and it jumps up to 100 views. And, you feel a little bit discouraged because you feel like, man, these people ain't really paying attention. They really not listening to what I'm saying. And I'm dropping heavy game. And sometimes you get discouraged, but you got to understand that the message is going to reach to the people that it needs to reach. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So we can't really try to rush the process. We got to understand we have to trust the process, you dig? And when I hear those words, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. When I hear those words, so many things go through my mind. Of course, I want to be grateful. That's the first thing that goes through my mind. Gratitude, being thankful, right? And what also goes through my mind is that I had to be in that particular position, in that place in my life, in the past, in order to get to where I am now in the future. I had to go through that storm. I had to go through that process. I had to deal with those challenges. I had to deal with those difficulties in order to get to where I am today. So I'm grateful of the past. I'm grateful of the process that I had to go through. Sometimes we don't see the blessing when it's happening. We're complaining, we're stressed when we're going through these difficult times, when we're going through difficulties in life. There's so much going through our minds. Sometimes some of us contemplate suicide because the burden is so heavy we can't carry that cross. And some of us contemplate suicide, you dig? And some of us follow through on that. But I want you to understand that you have to go through that process. That's a blessing in disguise. Through every adversity, there's the seed of a greater benefit that's planted. But you have to go through the process, and a lot of us don't like going through that process. I don't like going through that process because it's difficult to really see the treasure or the goal at the end of the rainbow. We can't see that far. We only can see what's going on today. We're behind on our bills. We're behind on the rent. The baby mama tripping. She's taking me for child support. My wife wants a divorce. The kids are not paying attention. My son just got arrested. I don't got no bail money. The lawyer's asking for this amount. I don't know where I'm going to get it from. All of these challenges that we face and we go through. And we don't understand that there's a blessing in these difficult times that we have to be grateful for. I read somewhere someone said, when, a lot of times when we go through difficult times, we say to ourselves, one day we're gonna look back at this particular event and we're gonna laugh. So I say to you, why not laugh now? While you're going through that difficult time, why not laugh now? Because you're gonna laugh at it later in the future when you realize, man, I had to go through that to get to this. While you're going through that process, smile and laugh about it. And understand that there's a blessing in this particular tragedy event or this tragic event. There's a blessing. You dig? Be grateful for that event. I know it's challenging. I know. I know it's challenging. It's not easy. But listen, if it was easy, everybody would be successful. If it was easy, everybody have a life of opulence. Driving Rolls Royces and having jewelry and maids, dropping rose petals at our feet when we walk in our homes like, you know what I mean? Like we King Jaffe Joe. But it's not easy. That's why there's only a few people at the top. So when they say it's lonely at the top, that's true. It's lonely at the top because it's not easy, and most people are not willing to do the work that they need to do in order to overcome the things that they're going through. You dig? And that's why most relationships fail before they could materialize the things that they want, which is to live happily ever after, which is to watch the kids grow up together and living a life of just complete bliss. It's difficult. It's challenging. People give up too soon. They throw in the towel in their relationships too soon. Especially women. Not to single y'all out, ladies, but it is what it is. A lot of marriages end up in divorce because of the women. You know, they can't deal with the transition or the challenges of a relationship or marriage, because it comes with a lot of challenges. You fall in and out of love, and we all know love is a fleeting emotion. You could love somebody today and not love them tomorrow. That doesn't mean you leave the relationship because you don't love them today like you loved them yesterday. That doesn't mean that you should give up on the person. Nah, that means you're going through a particular time or period in your relationship, and you got to go through this process, and you got to really weather the storm, because that's going to solidify that if this relationship or if the bond is as strong as you thought it was. You dig? 50 Cent's got a line. He said, how deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to be gone? And that's a powerful line, because it really simplifies the effects of when a woman says she loves you, but the following week or the following month, she has an attitude and she's threatening to leave you. How deep is the bond if that's all it took for you to be gone? All I did was, you know what I mean, do something that you feel it was out of pocket or deemed untrustworthy. But those are the times when you're really supposed to show if you really love somebody, when you're going through a difficult time. It's easy to love somebody and care for somebody when everything is peaches and cream, when they're doing everything you want them to do, expect them to do. But are you going to still love that person when you're going through a difficult time? Are you going to still love that person when you feel like they disrespected you or violated the relationship? Are you going to try to take them for everything they got? Where you at with it? They say ain't nothing like a woman scorned, but where you at with it? You moving with love or you moving with hate? You're not where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. You're not in that abusive relationship that you was in before. Now this guy ain't the best guy, but he's making progress and he's better than the last guy that you was with. You can't give up too soon. A lot of men are not perfect. They're gonna fall short of the glory of God many times. It is what it is. But you can't give up too soon. You got to understand it's a part of the process of building a foundation with somebody. You know what I mean? When you see couples be together for 50 years, how you think they stand the test of time? They was able to weather the storm. They was able to forgive each other and move forward. They was able to lead with love and understand that our bond is deeper than just the surface. It's deeper than just the physical. It's a spiritual connection. That's how they able to stand the test of time and was able to be together for 50 to 60 years. You're not going to be able to do that if you keep on leaving the man as soon as he do something that violates your trust or violate the relationship. And you can't keep on leaving the woman every time she violates your trust or violates your relationship. You dig? If it's real love and it's real love, then you're going to have to deal with that. You dig? I mean, that's just what it is. But you definitely lay your do's and don'ts. And you forgive once or twice. But if you decide to leave, I always say you got to leave with love. You dig? Yeah. I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Yeah, man. That's a powerful statement right there. How y'all doing in the comments, man? I'm going to go live a little bit more, man. A little bit more often. Yeah, most definitely, they come back, they're yours forever. Shout out to Christina. Appreciate y'all. Listen, if y'all haven't joined my book group, listen, my Mindset Mogul book club, log on to my Patreon to check it out ASAP, man. You definitely need to check that out. You dig? I got an episode up right now. You dig? I'll drop another episode very soon, so stay tuned. It's only 99 cents. I made it inexpensive for a reason, because if I make it free, you definitely ain't gonna join up, and you definitely ain't gonna pay attention to the books, and you definitely might not read them. So I made it damn near free, 99 cents. So you can feel like, okay, I'm paying attention now. Not only I'm paying, but I'm also gonna pay attention because I'm paying. You feel me? So that's why I made it 99 cents. I appreciate y'all for liking my swag right now. I got the Cassius King cardigan sweater right now. You know what I mean? How y'all liking that? Y'all know green is my color, right? Of course, I got on some black Louis Vuittons, some black slacks. Y'all know how I do, man. Y'all know how I give it up. I'm gonna open the phone lines and give y'all an opportunity to call as well. Don't even trip, all right? I'm gonna open the phone line for y'all, give y'all an opportunity to call in. Chop it up with your boy. Ask me whatever question you like. Prince is over here sleeping. Check him out. Prince is sleeping like a motherfucker. Come on. I know you want that. I know you want a treat. I know you want a treat. No, it's right here. Yeah, go get the treat, boy. Go get your treat, man. Go ahead. It's right here. Go ahead, get your treat, man. Come on, why you? Yeah, man, chill out now. Chill out now, chill out. Yeah. How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all Gucci? Y'all goody? Huh? Y'all know how we do it, man. It's yours truly. Listen, like I said again, man, I went live because I wanted to make up for the live that I did yesterday. There was a little audio technical difficulties, so I decided to go live again today. And I'm going to try to go live a little bit more often, you know what I mean? It's only right? We're trying to build this platform where we're trying to hit 100,000, right? So it's only right I go live a little bit more often. It's only right I show my face a little bit more often, because the people want to see me, they want to hear me, they want to touch me, they want to feel me, you dig? And I pray that I'm conveying this message in the right way that you can feel me, you dig? But like I said again, we got to be grateful. That's the other thing that came to mind when I hear those words. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. When I hear those words, that's the thing I think about as well, being grateful. I want you to be grateful for where you at in life. You're not where you want to be, but you have to be thankful and grateful you're not where you used to be. And you had to go through that to get to this. You had to, as a part of the process. You had to go through that to get to where you at now. And if you're not happy about where you at right now, you can change that all by changing your thinking, changing the things that you do, changing your habit, right? If you don't have the relationship you want to have, you can change that. Change the way you dress. Change the way you take care, change the way you love yourself, you take care of yourself. You dig? You really got to put more love in. That's what I noticed. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times when I look back at certain videos that other people, celebrities or maybe just people that just did iconic stuff in the world of entertainment. When I look back at a lot of them, man, sometimes, you could tell they didn't take care of themselves. They teeth looking crazy. You know what I mean? They skin not glowing, they not shining. You can tell there wasn't no self-care. You could tell they wasn't really, they was immersed in the work. They forgot about themselves. They didn't treat themselves. They was cheating themselves. You dig? I was watching an interview the other day and I was listening to this particular actor speak. And I was, I'm looking at the person because they have a close-up shot. And all of his bottom teeth was black. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, I could see why they ain't putting you no more movies because your bottom teeth are black, nigga. Like this is why the director ain't put you no more movies. Y'all did a movie 30 years ago, but he hasn't put you no more movies since because you haven't been keeping up your appearance. Your appearance is very important when it comes to really trying to really accomplish what you're trying to get out there. You dig? Your appearance is very important. Especially if you're trying to find a significant other. You dig? Certain jobs won't hire you because of your appearance. Certain women wouldn't talk to you because of your appearance. You could miss out on a lot of opportunities because of your appearance. So I want y'all to take heed to that, man. Go to the dentist. If you haven't been to the dentist in a year, you tripping. I get a cleaning every 6 months. I don't smoke or drink coffee, but I get a cleaning every 6 months. Some of y'all go to Starbucks every day, faithfully. But you don't go to the dentist and get a cleaning. And you wonder why the woman ain't really trying to listen to you or talk to you. You wonder why the man ain't really trying to pay you no mind or pay you no attention. They can tell you don't take care of yourself, you don't love yourself. How you gonna love somebody else when you displaying that you don't love yourself? You dig? You go to Starbucks every day, get you a mocha chocolate teeny or whatever the fuck that is. But you haven't been to the dentist in over 10 years. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be embarrassed. You dig? Yeah, some of you niggas go months without getting a haircut. And wonder why chicks ain't jocking your swag or really jocking you. Come on, man. And niggas be out here complaining about women and, all this bullshit y'all talking about. Women ain't doing this and women ain't doing that and men ain't doing this and men ain't doing that. Are you doing the necessary things to attract the person you want? Are you doing the necessary things to attract the job you want? Are you doing the necessary things to attract the lifestyle you want? I know you want a brand new car, but ask yourself, do a person that drive that car dresses like you? Do a person that drives a $100,000 car dress like you? Do a person that considers themselves a 10, gorgeous, off the Richter scale, deals with a person that looks like you? Ask yourself that, man. Really, ask yourself that. You might be shooting your shot too high. You know what I mean? Ask yourself that. Do this job, do a person that has a company such as Apple, such as a Fortune 500 company, do they hire people that dress like you or talk like you or conduct themselves like you? Ask yourself these questions, man. before you shoot your shot at that fine ass female that got her shit together or appears to have her shit together, ask yourself, will she even talk to a nigga that looks like you, man? Ask yourself, when's the last time you took yourself to spa and went and got your nails done? When's the last time you went and got your feet done? Are you getting your haircuts on the regular? Are you getting a haircut every week? When's the last time you went and got a facial? More importantly, when's the last time you went to the dentist and got a cleaning? Some of y'all got a root canal that's been hurting you for the last 3 years and you still ain't went and got that fixed. You can't even eat on the left side of your mouth. You gotta eat on the right side of your mouth because that root canal been fucking with you. But you ain't gather up the common sense or the love for yourself to go ahead and take care of that. Deal with that. Breath smelling like, you know what I mean? Breath smelling crazy, man. Yeah. Your breath smelling crazy, man. Breath smelling like the back of a McDonald's garbage truck, man. Come on. You gotta get yourself together, baby. You gotta get yourself together. That's what I see out there. I see a lot of people that don't really care about how they look. They don't care about their appearance. They don't care about what they smell like. They don't care about what their breath smell like. Their breath is not sanctified. The bitch don't want to say nothing to you because your breath is attacking her. She feel like she's getting beat up every time you speak to her. She like, God damn, I fucks with you and I want to fuck with you the long way, but I can't because your breath is not right with God. You got to get that situated. That's because that root canal been fucking with you, man. That's been messing you up. And your friends don't want to tell you because they don't want to embarrass you like that. They don't want to make you feel embarrassed. They haven't told you. But you got to get your shit together, my brother. You dig? So let's take care of our health first. Let's make sure that we show ourselves some love. Self-care is very important, man. And I know a lot of y'all got to hear this, you dig? I got to tell y'all what it is. I got to keep it raw and uncut. Also, you got to take care of your physical fitness. Take your ass to the gym. Understand, you got to take care of the physical. You have to take care of your physical. A lot of dudes reach 50, 60 years old and they look like trash. And you can tell they never worked out when they was young. You could tell they never really hit the gym. You could tell they wasn't working on their mind muscle. You can tell. Some of y'all niggas is aging like spoiled grapes. And it ain't white, it ain't red wine. Y'all ain't aging like fine wine. Y'all aging like spoiled grapes, man. Aging like spoiled milk. If that's you, look yourself in the mirror and do some soul searching and do some reflecting and see what you need to improve on. Don't be out here complaining about girls acting like this and men are acting like that when you're not taking care of yourself, man. It always bugged me out when I see women try to holler at me and I'm like, come on, baby, look at you, look at me. Come on, stop playing with me, man. Are you trolling me? You gotta be trolling me, man. I be seeing certain women trying to holler at me and I'm like, come on. I'm a top tier nigga. You already know in order for you to holler at me and come at me with the intentions of trying to be with me, you gotta be top tier. And I know you ain't where you want to be, but you got to at least be moving in that direction of where you know what I mean? Where you trying to go. So you have to understand that when you hollering at a dude with a certain caliber, you know what I mean? At a certain caliber, you got to make sure that you doing the necessary things that would attract this type of person. You dig? So a person like me with high standards, I pay attention to everything. I pay attention to all the details because I believe the devil is in the details. You got to make sure you taking care of yourself at a high standard because I'm doing the same. My hygiene is always smelling fresh and blessed. You dig? I'm always keeping my breath smelling right. Even if I go to the gym and I sweat, I ain't never going to stink. Why? Because I take care of what I put inside of my body. I'm mindful of what I eat. So I'm always smelling fresh. Regardless if I put on deodorant or wore cologne that day, I'm never going to stink. Because I'm not eating pork chops. I'm not eating steak every day. I'm not eating steak at all, period. But, I'm not doing that at all. I'm not putting bullshit in my body. I'm taking care of my body because I only got one. I only get one. You don't get two bodies. You only get one. So I'm going to make sure to take care of myself. And I'm going to make sure I do the best that I could to make sure that my body is in tip-top shape. Are you doing the best you could to make sure your body's in tip-top shape? If you not, stop trying to holler at a woman that's, that's fine and that's a dime. You dig? Go play in the dumpsters, because that's what you're accustomed with. That's what you used to. Go play in the dumpsters. Go play with those bottom feeders. Go get you a low-level joint. That's what you used to. Because you ain't taking care of yourself. You ain't giving yourself top shelf. So stop trying to holler at somebody that's top shelf. All you doing is wasting your time. You shooting an air ball. You dig? You not where you want to be, but thank God you're not where you used to be. Thank God. I know I definitely hurt a few people's feelings when I said what I said just now, but I gotta keep it real with y'all. I'm not here to lie to y'all and bullshit with y'all, man. It's words of encouragement. I want to encourage you to put yourself first. I want to encourage you to do some reflecting. I want to encourage you to do some soul searching. I want to encourage you to persevere when you face with an obstacle. I want to encourage you to pick up a book and read a little bit more so you can expand your vocabulary. Because when you have a low vocabulary, you don't have really much to talk about when you conversing with women out there in the world, because you have a low vocabulary. When you have a high vocabulary, women tend to pay attention to you a little bit more because they feel like, oh man, it's a breath of fresh air. He's saying something that most men don't say. He's using words that I'd never heard before. Yeah, I'm interested, I'm intrigued. That's one of the keys to getting the woman that you want, is by using words and having a vocabulary to spark their mind and intrigue them in a way that most men is not doing. It ain't really hard. Y'all make it more difficult than what it really is. But it ain't about just women and it ain't about just men. It's all of us need to do better. You dig? Even I can do better. That's why I'm always reading. That's why I'm always filling my mind up with new information, because even I could do better. I want y'all to understand this. If you don't understand nothing else, you got to make decisions today that your 50-year-old self will be thanking you for in the future. What I mean when I say that is this, man. You got to live your future. You have to become the present in your mind. You dig? Your future has to become the present in your mind. Do me a favor. I want you to do this. It's an exercise you need to do. When you sit down and you start to meditate, I want you to ask your 70-year-old self, what are some of the things that I could do today at my 25 or at my 30-year-old self that my 70-year-old self will be thankful for and appreciative for? I'm going to say that again because I know y'all be listening too slow. That was something real heavy. And sometimes when I get heavy on y'all get lost. I'm going to say it again. When you meditate, I want you to ask yourself, go into your 70-year-old self, go into the future, and ask your 70-year-old self, what are some of the things that I could do today that you'll be thanking me for in the future, that you will be grateful for in the future, that you would appreciate that I've done to secure the way I'm going to be living when I'm 70. Use your 70-year-old self to guide you where you at today. Now that's heavy. Some of y'all gonna let that fly past y'all head. Some of y'all not gonna get that. That's gonna go past some of y'all head. Shout out to KRS-One for that, because I was listening to something that KRS-One said, and that sparked something in my mind, and that made me come up with that theory. Or maybe he came up with the theory before me, and I just expanded on it. But he sparked something in my mind to make me think. You can definitely tap into your future self And you can ask your future self for guidance. And your future self can give you information or put you in a direction and give you ideas of things that you can do today that your future self will be thankful that you did. The past, the present, and the future is all now. It's all now. Tap into the past, because you can't know where you're going if you haven't know where you've been. But also tap into the future. Tap into your future self and ask your future self for direction. See, I told you, you have to expand your mind. Anytime you listen to my podcast, I'm always going to try to say something that's going to spark your brain to make you think. I don't want to tell you what to think, or I don't want to teach you or tell you what to think. I want to teach you how to think, basically. You dig? I don't want to tell you what to think. I want to teach you how to think, because that's where we fall short. We don't know how to process certain information, and we don't really dive deep into thinking about things in a deeper way. So this is what I want you to do. It's one of the exercises I want you to apply in your life. When you meditate, tap into your future self and ask your future self questions that you need to take care of today. Things that you can do today that will help your future self in the future. You dig? Anyway, giving y'all some good game right now, man. Nah, man. I'm not where I used to be, but thank God. I'm not where I want to be. Sorry, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. You dig? Listen, man. I'm open the phone lines, man. Give y'all an opportunity to tap in. I didn't mean to go this long. I'm 43 minutes in. I thought I was only going to be on here for 10 minutes max. But y'all know how I do. When I start talking, I start going, man. Forgive me. I thought I was going to be here for 10 minutes max. But it is what it is. I just needed to say what I needed to say. I appreciate y'all for paying attention to me. Listen, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Do me a favor. I want you to definitely comment. If anything in this video stand out to you, I want you to comment and leave the portion, whatever stand out to you, whatever portion of this video stand out to you. Maybe I said a line, maybe I said a word, maybe I had a theory, or whatever that pops into your mind. I want you to leave it in the comment section. I'm going to read all the comments, so it lets me know that you watched the episode and you really was paying attention. So if I said anything that sparked anything in your mind, if I said anything that intrigued you, if I said anything that you felt like you need to write down and remember, leave it in the comments below and allow the other people out there to get an opportunity to, you dig, see what stand out to you the most. I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, man. Y'all here with me, like I said again, man. I'm gonna open the phone lines one time. Matter of fact, yeah, I might open the phone lines one time, get an opportunity to call in, all right? Let me leave the number real quick. Give me a second. I need a moderator for this. Okay, I just left the number. So y'all have an opportunity to call in right now. All right? What's up, Prince? I dropped a lot of jewels, man. You listening? You paying attention? They say they want me to go live more often, so I'm gonna start going live more often. My man. Like I said, if y'all got a question, holla. If you got a deep question, leave a super chat. Ask me whatever deep question that you may have. You dig? Certain questions you're gonna have to definitely leave a super chat in order to get that answer. But if it's one of those questions that I feel like, it's easy going, I'll let y'all slide. Yeah, you had to go through that to get to where you are today. Leave that in the comment section when the video is over for sure. Let me get some likes, man. A lot of y'all be stingy with the likes. Can I get some likes? Can I get some likes? Can I get some likes? I went live 2 days in a row, man. Come on, man. Show me some love. You dig? Y'all ain't appreciate that? I went live 2 days in a row. Do y'all appreciate the fact that I went live 2 days in a row? The number is in there. You have an opportunity to call right now and ask me whatever you ask me whatever you want to ask me. Also, leave a super chat if you have one of those questions that's very heavy. One of those questions that's gonna need some real, you know what I mean, thinking in order for me to really answer. If you want to support the show, you know what you got to do. Log on to liquidcast.com. You know what I mean? Check out the sites. You might see something you like. Also, Patreon. You can sign up to the Patreon if you'd like to support the show as well. I'll leave all that in the description below. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got an opportunity to call in right now, man. I'm gonna give y'all 5 minutes. Sometimes y'all get real shy. I don't know why, but sometimes y'all get real shy, man. I give y'all an opportunity to call in and chop it up with me and ask me whatever you like, man. But sometimes y'all get shy. You don't need to get shy. You got a question. You have an opportunity to talk to a scholar. You have an opportunity to talk to a mindset coach. You have an opportunity to talk to somebody who's been there and done that. You have an opportunity to ask me a question that you can't ask your father. You can't ask your mother. They might have the answer, but you don't feel confident enough to ask them that question. They might not even be alive for you to ask them that question. You have an opportunity to ask me something that can change your life today. What are you waiting on? What are you scared of? How bad you really want it? How bad you really want success? Anyway, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Are you ready? Listen, man, I also offer consultation. You can definitely call me up, book a, you know what I mean, consultation with me. Have a private one-on-one with me and we can talk and we could, you know what I mean, map out some things for your life. You dig? You're looking for a mentor, you can definitely hit me up and we can discuss mentorship, because at the end of the day, nothing beats experience. You dig? Nothing beats experience. And now God afforded me the opportunity to have a lot of experience under my belt. And I survived a lot of situations, life and death situations. I've overcome a lot of situations. And because of it, I learned a lot. I picked up a lot of jewels along the way. All of those experiences didn't go in vain. And now I feel like I have enough information to give somebody some game, some jewels they can use. And they don't have to go through the things that I went through in order to gain a high level of success. And they'll be able to reach a high level of success faster than I did. Because I'll give you a head start by giving you the game. Giving you the news you need to, you know what I mean, apply in your life. That's what it's all about. Information. That's what you lacking. Information. That's what you missing. Information. You need the information. And if y'all would like me to upload that live I did yesterday, if the audio isn't a real big problem or big issue for y'all, let me know. I'll upload the live again, because I archived the live. But like I said again, if it's not a big issue, the audio wasn't a big issue for y'all, let me know in the comments, and I'll, you dig, take the live out of the archive position that it's in right now and give y'all an opportunity to watch it, because it was a very powerful live. I gave so much game. But y'all know how I am. I'm a perfectionist. And you know, the vocals wasn't up to par, the audio wasn't right. I was trying something different. I didn't execute it, but it's all good. I'm executing it now. I got music in the background. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. This is what I was trying to execute yesterday. But you know, we have to go through it in order to get to where we need to be. I had to go through it. You dig? Nothing happens overnight. You're gonna have to fail in order to succeed. So I understood what I did wrong, and I made it right. Sometimes you got to get it wrong in order to get it right, baby. You did? That's one of those powerful quotes you should remember. Sometimes in order to get it, sometimes you got to get it wrong in order to get it right. Write that one down. Christina said the audio issue in my last live wasn't an issue at all. Okay, Christina said it wasn't an issue. If I get another person that said it ain't an issue, then I'll put it back up. But Christina said the audio from the last live wasn't an issue, but I gotta get more feedback in order to approve that. Anyway, like I said again, I appreciate y'all for being here. This is a give and take relationship. In order for you to, receive this information, always be aware that you got to give in return. You know what I mean? You got to give in return. This is a give and take relationship. I'm not on here talking just because I got lips. It's a give and take relationship. All I want you to do is like, subscribe, leave a comment. And if it ain't too much, you share the content. If it ain't too much, it is a give and take relationship. I'm giving you some jewels you can use. All I want in return is you support the platform. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if it ain't too much, you share the content. I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. Hopefully next time, y'all have a question prepared for me, and we can go back and forth and have some dialogue. All right? And remember this, if you don't remember nothing else, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers.